Namaskar friends, myself Deepak Kumar Rath. I welcome you to the digital media of Uday India. Today in my regular episode, that is what India thinks, I want to tell you today that how the Congress party has become a supporter of a terrorist party, terrorist attack. The recent attack by Hamas on Israel has set off a diplomatic tightrope for India in fact. And that is why India, is traditionally maintained close ties with both Israel and Arab. And this latest conflict has put it in a difficult position. On the one hand, India has a strong relationship with Israel, which has been a major supplier of military equipment and technology to India. India also has a growing economic relationship with Israel, with bilateral trade between the two countries exceeding $5 billion in 2020. On the other hand, India also has close ties with Arab world. India imports a significant portion of its oil from Arab Gulf states, and it has a large Indian expatriate population in the region also. India also has strong cultural and religious ties to the Arab world, and it is important for India to maintain good relationship with its Arab neighbors. And now the Hamas attack on Israel has put India in a very difficult position, as it has to balance its relationship with Israel with its relationship with Arab world also. India has already condemned the Hamas attack, but it has also called for restraint on both sides. India has also urged both sides to engage in dialogue to resolve the conflict peacefully. This is what the official stand is. But today, we are not talking about what Indian government should do or not. Today, we are amazed by the stand taken by Congress party that has taken Hamas attack on Israel. Palestine terrorists entered Israel, killed, raped and desecrated dead bodies apart from taking civilian hostages. But Congress party has passed a resolution in support of Palestine and not Israel, which bore the brunt of inhuman terrorist attack on its citizens. And I am astonished to see what sort of hypocrisy this can be. It is not that Congress' love for Palestine is newfound. For the sake of votes, or you can say for the fear of Muslims, Congress have always supported the terrorist state like Palestine. When nobody in the world cared to give Palestine's recognition, our great Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru gave it the recognition and made an official terrorist state. Under Yasser Arafat, the Palestine Liberation Organization rose to prominence in the late 1960s and early 1970s as the official voice of the Palestinian people. India develops its relationship with AI Fatah, the PLO major political organization. India recognized the PLO as the sole and legitimate representative of the Palestinian people on January 10, 1975 and granted it permission to open an autonomous office in New Delhi. India under Congress became the first non-Arab state to acknowledge the PLO, even though it was one of the last non-Muslim nations to recognize Israel. From 1950 to 1992, India never cared for right thing and carried the burden of Palestinian cause on its shoulders. Now, why would India support Palestine was best explained by Pandit Nehru. India held off on not recognizing Israel according to Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Out of our desire not to offend the sentiments of our friends in Arab countries, he later added. And what did these friends did? They remained neutral during Indo-China War in 1962 and supported Pakistan in 1965 and 1971 war. The descendants of Nehru went step further than him and they made the dreaded terrorist a national icon. Rajiv Gandhi awarded Yasser Arafat the Indira Gandhi International Peace Prize after Indira Gandhi initially recognized Palestine for appeasing Muslims and gave him the Nehru Peace Prize. Imagine. He was handed a Boeing by Rajiv Gandhi so he could travel the globe. In the Organization of Islamic Countries, the same Arafat declared Kashmir to be an integral part of Pakistan, and the terrorist declared that whenever Pakistan wants, my fighters will fight for freedom of Kashmir. Imagine. And yes, in addition to all that, Yasser Arafat was the first recipient of an international award in India despite being labeled a terrorist in 103 nations, having hijacked 6 aircraft and killing 2,000 innocent people. Yasser Arafat then publicly sided with Pakistan on the Kashmir problem. And then he openly claimed in the entirety of the Islamic nations that as Muslims are being killed by non-Muslims in both Palestine and Kashmir, the Muslim world as a whole must unify on both issues. You all must have seen the gory videos of Hamas attack on Israel now. And this is the time of social media, so you got the videos to see, but think of them during Yom Kippur War, attacks by Black September organization, Munich Markere. Israel is facing the brunt of Islamic terrorism, just like India has endured such attacks for centuries now. But despite that, Congress supporting Hamas, Palestine is beyond me. I am all for the peaceful resolution between the two nations, but not by playing victim card. It is high time that you think about your support to Congress and its policies, and what will the grand old party make India when it will be in power. Challenges ahead are many. I must tell you that there are a number of challenges that India faces in dealing with the recent Hamas attack on Israel. One challenge is that India has to balance its relationship with Israel with its relationship with the Arab world. India doesn't want to alienate either side, and it needs to be careful not to take sides in the conflict. Another challenge is that India has to deal with the domestic political implications of the conflict. The Muslim population in India is relatively large, and there is a strong sense of solidarity among Muslims around the world. The Hamas attack on Israel has angered many Muslims in India, and this could have domestic political implications for the Indian government. India also faces the challenge of dealing with the international community. The international community is divided on the issue of Israel-Palestinian conflict, and India needs to be careful not to isolate itself by taking a strong position on either side. Despite these challenges, India has a number of options in dealing with the recent Hamas.
המחבלים חדרו אליי הביתה, הם פוצצו את הדלת, שכן שלי נרצח, אותי הם שלפו מהארון, הם הביאו אותי לסלון של הבית, ואז הם הביאו את שני הילדים, את אשל ואת נגב אליי. אשל בן 4.5 חודשים, ונגב לקראת 4. מעבירים אותנו בין בית לבית. כשכל הזמן יש יריות בדרך, כל הזמן שלוליות של דם, הם שורפים את הבתים, רכבים שרופים. ואז הם מוציאים אותי ועם הילדים מחוץ לבתים, והם הובילו אותנו אל הגדר שעוטפת את הקיבוץ. היה שם פרצה בגדר, אנחנו מתחילים ללכת לעזה. אני והילדים והמחבלים.
With both Israel and the Arab world. India could do this by increasing trade and investment with both sides and by promoting cultural and educational exchanges. This would help to deepen India's ties with both sides and would make it easier for India to play a mediating role in the conflict. Friends, the recent Hamas attack on Israel is really a serious challenge for India, because India needs to be careful not to alienate either side in the conflict, and it needs to be mindful of the domestic political implications of the conflict. However, India has a number of options in dealing with the conflict, and it could play a constructive role in helping to bring about a peaceful resolution.